Hi everyone. In today's lesson video, I have on the board longitude and latitude. This is the first video on this topic. I captioned it location of places on Earth's surface. For you to do well on this topic, you need to know how to locate places on Earth's surface. Before I go into that, I want to point out few things. Pay attention to this important information. Each time a question is asked on this topic, it is very important that you make a sketch. You make a sketch. And that sketch is what you will use to illustrate the question. Each time you draw the sketch, you are expected to have one, the Earth's surface, then you put the poles, the north, south, the west, and the east. Once you have done this, you are good to go. The next thing is to start locating the points on the Earth's surface. Then another important information is that latitude is always the first. In the nature, this question is asked. Latitude comes first. Latitude before longitude. So, for example, in this one now, M is a point which is on latitude 35 degrees south and longitude 55 degrees west. What does that mean? Latitudes come first before longitudes. Then, latitudes can be on south or north poles. Latitudes have south or north poles, while longitudes have east or west poles. Even when it is not written latitude 35, longitude 55, and it's written like this, 35 degrees south, once you see south or north, you are talking about latitude. That angle is for latitude. But if you see west or east, it talks about longitude. Good. Another important point is that latitudes run from 0 to 90 degrees, while longitudes, the lines of longitude, they run from 0 to 180. If you look on the board, you notice that here we have 145 degrees west. That is longitude for you. Longitudinal lines, they start from 0 and they run up to 180. But latitudinal lines or parallels of latitude, they start from 0 and end at 90. To locate the 2 points, M and P, we'll start with the first one. It says M is on latitude 35 degrees south. When you get to the south, this is the south pole. The middle is the equator, and at the equator is 0 degrees. At the equator is 0 degrees. So from that 0 degrees, if you are going down south, is increasing from 0 to 90. If you are going up north, it's increasing from the equator till 90 degrees. That is how it increases. 0 at the middle. As you are going either south or north, it increases. So 35 should be somewhere down here. And once you draw, you label degrees 35 degrees south. Then the next one, it says 55 degrees west. So this is 55. The line that joins the north and the south, that is the prime meridian. And this prime meridian is 0. And that is where all lines of longitude take their count from. So if this line is 0, if you are going this way to the west, it increases from 0 to 180, or if you are going to the east, 0 to 180 as well. So 55 will be somewhere here. Is not drawn to scale. So the point of intersection of the two, the line of 55 degrees west and the line of 35 degrees south, where the two meet is the location of the point. You label it M. So that is our M. For P, it says 60 degrees north. So this is the North Pole. 60 degrees anywhere here will be 60 degrees. You label it 60 degrees north. And then 55 degrees west. We have written 55, we have drawn 55 degrees west before. So this is where the two meet. You label it your P. So at this point, we have successfully located the 2 points, M and P. Let's go to the second one. For you to locate points Q and R, remember, the first thing you do is to draw the Earth's surface. Draw the Earth's surface, put the poles, then the first one says 60 degrees north. So somewhere here is 60 degrees north. You label it. And then 20 degrees east. East is this way. So remember, the line at the middle is 0. So you are moving this way, it increases. So 20 could be something like this. You don't forget to label it 20 degrees east. Then where the two lines meet becomes your Q. For R, it says 35 degrees south. So this is south. This is our 35 degrees south. And then 20 degrees east. We have drawn 20 degrees east before. So where the two meet is this point, and this becomes our R. That's all for the location of those 2 points. Now, the next one says locate X and Y. Don't forget, draw your S surface, put your poles, north, south, west, east. Then it says 25 degrees south. So anywhere here can do for 25 degrees south. 16 degrees east. This is east. 16 degrees east. So where the 2 points, the 2 lines meet becomes our X. Then the next one, 25 degrees south. We have already drawn that. 47 degrees west. So this is west, this side. So 47 degrees west. Now, where the 2 lines meet is here. And that becomes our y. That is the diagram. Then for the fourth one, you also draw your earth surface, put your poles north, south, west, east. Then the first point 60 degrees north and 18 degrees west. This is west. So where the two meet becomes your P. You can see how I take my time to label them. Then the next one, Q, 60 degrees north. We have drawn that already. 145 degrees west. So now you discover that we have drawn 18 before, but this is 145. So 145 should be further away from 18, going towards the west. Remember I said it starts from the prime meridian 0, and if you are moving this way, it increases until you get to 180, or this way until you get to 180. So 145 line should be close to the west pole. You also label it 145 degrees west, and where the two lines meet here becomes your Q. So look at the four diagrams on the board. When you have 2 points to locate, always draw your S surface, put the poles, and then locate the points. Where the longitudinal line meets the latitudinal line is a point. That's what I did on the board. Next will be the calculations we do in longitude and latitude.